We live in a world where it has never been easier to see what everyone else is doing. Their success, their progress, their achievements. Every scroll shows someone moving faster, building more, earning more, achieving more. And without realizing it, you start measuring your life against theirs. You questioned your pace. You questioned your progress. Sometimes you even questioned your word. But here is the uncomfortable truth. Comparison doesn't motivate most people. It paralyzes them. Because instead of focusing on their own path, they become obsessed with someone else. And slowly they enter a trap, an invisible prison where their potential is limited, not by reality, but by perception. Today, we're going to break down why comparison is one of the most dangerous habits and how to escape it. Comparison starts subtly. You see someone your age doing better, building something bigger, moving faster, and your mind immediately creates a narrative. I'm behind. That single thought is powerful because it shifts your focus from creation to judgment. Instead of asking, what can I build? You start asking, why am I not there yet? And the problem is, you are comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. Or even worse, to someone else's highlight. You don't see their struggles, their failures, their years of invisible work. You only see the outcome. And when you compare incomplete information, you create inaccurate conclusions. Clarity is one of the most valuable assets in life. Knowing what you want, knowing where you are going, knowing what matters. But comparison disrupts clarity because it constantly shifts your focus. Today, you want to build something meaningful. Tomorrow, you want what someone else has. The next day, you change direction again, not because your vision evolved, but because your attention was distracted. And without clarity, consistent progress becomes impossible. You move, but you don't move forward. Every individual has the potential to create something unique, a unique perspective, a unique idea, a unique path. But comparison slowly erodes that uniqueness. Because the more you observe others, the more you start copying them. You adopt their lifestyle, their strategy, their thinking, and eventually you lose your own voice. The world doesn't reward copies, it rewards originality. But originality requires something rare: the courage to think independently. One of the biggest reasons people compare is speed. They believe someone else is moving faster, achieving more in less time, and it creates pressure. Pressure to rush, pressure to skip steps, pressure to succeed immediately. But here is what most people don't realize: speed without direction leads nowhere. First movement in the wrong direction is still failure. Real progress is not about how quickly you move, it's about whether you're moving in the right direction, and that requires patience. Something comparison destroys. Entrepreneurs think differently about comparison. They don't use it as a measure of self-worth. They use it as data. Instead of feeling threatened, they observe, they learn, they adapt. They ask better questions. What are they doing well? What can I improve? How can I create something better or different? This shift is powerful because it transforms comparison from a destructive habit into a strategic advantage. Most people live by an external scorecard: validation from others, recognition, approval. But the people who build extraordinary lives operate differently. They use an internal scorecard. They measure progress based on their own standards, their own goals, their own vision. Because when your standards come from within, comparison loses its power and focus returns. Focus is one of the most valuable resources you have, and comparison constantly steals it. Every time you check what others are doing, your attention seeps away from your own work, your own ideas, your own growth, and over time, this distraction compounds. Small losses of focus turn into large losses of progress. The people who achieve meaningful success understand this. They protect their focus relentlessly. There is no universal timeline for success, no fixed path, no standard pace. Every journey is different. Different starting points, different opportunities, different challenges. Trying to match someone else's timeline is like trying to live someone else's life. It doesn't work. The only path that matters is the one you are building. Step by step, decision by decision. Escaping comparison is not about ignoring others completely. It's about shifting your perspective from competition to creation, from judgment to growth, from distraction to focus. Because the moment you stop measuring your life against others, you regain control. And with that control comes clarity. And with clarity comes progress. Comparison is silent, but its impact is powerful. It makes you doubt yourself, rush your process, abandon your path. But the truth is simple. You were never meant to live someone else's life. You were meant to build your own at your own pace, in your own way. So instead of asking, why am I not there yet? Start asking, am I moving in the right direction? Because in the long run, direction matters more than speed. If this episode helped you see comparison differently, share it with someone who might be stuck in the same cycle. Because sometimes the biggest breakthrough is not doing more. It's focusing on what truly matters. And remember, you don't win by racing others. You win by building something that is uniquely yours. I'll see you in the next episode.